The Nissan Safari is a car you mostly see in Western Asia, places like Saudi Arabia or the UAE. And honestly, this thing is basically a tank on wheels. It doesn't really have a fancy look, but when it comes to durability, it has a lot to say. You can literally buy this car and not even visit a repair shop for up to 10 years. Yeah, it's that kind of don't mess with me machine. Today we're putting it through our usual tests. So first up, acceleration and braking. To be honest, I didn't expect much from this car, but we still ran the test as always. It managed 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 9.5 seconds. And honestly, that's pretty reasonable and solid considering the engine it has. For braking, since it's an older vehicle, it stopped in about 41 meters. And for its age and weight, that's actually a pretty good result. Next up, suspension test. This is where expectations are usually high. And yeah, the suspension is decent, but compared to something like the Land Cruiser 200 we tested before, it feels a bit stiff. Off-road though, that's where this thing wakes up. It absolutely dominates rough terrain like it's nothing. It just cruises through challenges like, what bumps? On rough roads, it performs well, but comfort isn't its strong point. I'd say this is a heavy-duty off-road machine, not really something you'd enjoy in the city. Now we move into city bumps. And we start with bigger ones, because why not go big first? Honestly, I've never seen bumps like this in my life. If you have, tell me in the comments. And surprisingly, the car handles them really well. Smooth, stable, no drama. It just goes through like the road is flat. But here's the thing. Because it has a stiff suspension and solid four-winded system, I expected better handling. Unfortunately, it doesn't really deliver in that department. One of the main reasons might be the lack of stability control. If you have another theory, drop it in the comments. Now it's time for crash tests. We start with the pillar strength test using the Crusher. The car recorded around 37,100 newtons. And honestly, for a heavy off-road vehicle, that's not a great number. But the real question is, does that translate into crash safety? So we move to the rollover test. We place it on the roll bar, and boom. Heavy impact. You can literally feel how violent it is just watching it. And unfortunately, this is where things go bad. The driver takes serious damage here. The car doesn't perform well in this test at all. Now a question for you. If there were airbags here, would this change the safety rating? Tell me in the comments. And yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Next, main crash tests. First, the 50% offset crash test. Visually, it doesn't look great, and I noticed something important here. This car really lacks airbags. That alone is a big safety issue. Then we move to the 100% frontal crash. And here, it actually performs better than the previous test. It's an old, heavy car, so expectations are complicated. You tell me, should we expect more or not? Now the head-on collision test. And honestly, this is where things get interesting. The safety issue isn't really the body structure, it's the seats. They're weak and bend too easily, which causes passengers to slam into the dashboard. Do you agree with that? Let me know. Next, we bring in a heavy truck for a direct collision. And yeah, the car basically gets destroyed. There's really no way around it. After that, we test rear impact, and surprisingly, it performs very well. Rear passengers stay safe and unharmed, unlike earlier tests. Side crash test is next, and now it's your turn to judge. Does it pass or not? I'm waiting for your opinion in the comments. We also tested rear trailer impact and side trailer collisions, and because of its high ground clearance, it actually performs better than expected. Even the front tire barely gets damaged. So overall, I'll leave the final rating to you. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.